Hello and welcome to another episode of Livin the Farm Life. My name is Gretchen Riley and I'm here at the Purina Animal Nutrition Center in Gray Summit, Missouri, and here in our horse unit with Dr. Robert Jacobs, who is our Equine Innovation Manager here for the whole horse department. Today, we've got a friend with us and we want to talk a little bit about senior horses and what that means and things that we need to pay attention to and how to care for them, stuff like that. Absolutely. So we've got Rocky here, great example of a senior guy. He's 21 this year, but tell me a little bit about what really determines a senior horse.
That's a really good question. You know, whenever I talk to horse owners, that's really the number one question I get all the time is, when is my horse a senior horse? When do I have to start feeding them and treating them like a senior horse? And you know, unfortunately, I can't just give you a straight answer to that, right? It doesn't just happen, you know, when my horse is this age, they become a senior horse. You know, aging is a progressive kind of condition, right? As a horse gets older, there are certain things in their physiology that start to change that dictate how you should manage that horse, how you should treat that horse a little bit differently. So what I like to tell people is, you know, once your horse gets up to that age, you know, 15, 16, around 17 years old, around that age, we like to start looking at what's going on with the horse. The nutritional plane that my horse is on, is that no longer working in the same way that I thought it would? Is my horse, you know, not maintaining their condition in the same way on that same nutrition? Oftentimes the number one indicator that a horse is, you know, needing some senior management happens in their mouth. When we talk about their dentition, right? You know, obviously dentition is a veterinary consideration. We want to make sure that all of our horses, regardless of age, are getting proper dental care. But when they get to be senior horses, sometimes we have, you know, issues where those horses start to lose the chewing surfaces in their molars. They start to lose actual teeth, right? And they can't consume their forages the same way. You know, just like horses of any age, forage is a major part of that horse's diet. And once they can no longer consume that forage because of their teeth, because of the wear on their teeth, or just the absence of those teeth, you know, we start to think about transitioning that horse onto a diet that, you know, more supports their physiological needs and their physiological condition, and providing them that forage in a more easy to consume way, with a complete feed like equine senior, you know. But even if you have horses that can consume forage, right, once they get up to that age and maybe they're not, you know, maintaining their condition in the same way, we have concentrate diets like equine senior active that are a really phenomenal choice for senior horses.
Yeah. And senior horses are really special. I mean, they're sweet. They kind of maybe have calmed down a little bit. You know, they kind of have that senior horse look to them, which makes them a very special part of our barn. So we really want to do a good job taking care of them.
For sure. You know, I think we all have a senior horse that kind of has touched our hearts in some way or another. You know, but even, you know, more importantly, you know, our senior horses are living longer and more productive lives, right? We have horses that are competing at the top end of their sports up well into their 20s, right? And so, you know, all of the different feeds and the different diets that we have for that horse, you know, really can help that horse to, you know, keep on, you know, reaching that top end of their potential later on in their lives. Our equine senior and our equine senior active have prebiotic technology in there with our active age technology that helps us support their metabolic health, their immune health, their inflammatory health, their joint comfort, all of these different things that impact how well that senior horse lives and how well that senior horse performs later on into their lives. And so, you know, again, it gets to that point where when you can feed your senior horse, you know, a senior horse diet that supports all of their unique physiological needs, you really get into, you know, situations where you have a horse here like Rocky, who's 21 years old, that's really at the top of his game.
Right. And that's the fantastic thing about all the great knowledge and all the great products and help that we can provide these horses. Just because they're an aging horse doesn't mean they're done.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, we've been, you know, evaluating and researching senior horses since, you know, the beginning, right? Since the early 90s, you know, when equine senior first hit the market, and we're not done. We're not stopping. You know, we continue to innovate and learn more about the needs of senior horses and understand how we can feed senior horses to meet their full potential, just like this guy.
So they can live very long, happy lives and make us horse owners equally as happy, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you, Dr. Jacobs. I appreciate all the great information. There's so many great ways that we can take care of our senior friends. And as you should know, on purinamills.com, there are amazing articles about this particular topic. But you know what? For that knowledgeable and very personal care, go visit your local Purina dealer.